Hello from Majorca. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Pamela and I'm so excited to be in Mallorca, Spain. We are going to be in Spain for 9 full days. 7 of those days will be on the island of Majorca, and I'm very excited. I'm very thankful to be here. This view that I'm looking at is just unreal. I cannot believe this is my real life right now. I can't wait to show you the views and the property. We're staying in one of the most beautiful villas and properties I've ever seen in my entire life, and the views are just incredible. We were so exhausted from the plane ride here. We flew from Atlanta to London and London to Majorca, so it was a long travel day. So last night we were just trying to get our bearings, and then today I could not wake up until 12:30. I was so jet lagged, and so we got up and got ready and we went back to Valldemossa and had lunch and walked around and did some of the shopping there. I definitely want to go back to Valldemossa early in the morning just to see the beauty and the peace and quiet before the whole world kind of wakes up and floods the streets. So it's so insanely beautiful here. It exceeds all of my expectations, and I'm just so very thankful. We have a big itinerary and a lot of fun days planned, so excited to take you guys along. But for now, I'm going to show you the property and then we're going to head out for drinks. This is our pool area. We have this entire pool to ourselves, which is really nice, and it has the most beautiful view of the mountain in the background. I love the landscape that they've done here. It's very serene, very peaceful. I like the pink flowers, and there's some white ones in the corner. There's cactus plants all around. Sometimes in the background, back in the garden, you can see some goats walking around occasionally. We have 2 lounge beds in case we want to lay out in the sun. And then over here on this part of the terrace, we have some more lounge beds. We brought these pull floats from home thinking that we could use these for laying out in the sun, or even just take them down to the ocean with us. But we have one of like 3 or 4 eating areas. This one is just a round table, and of course a spectacular view to eat dinner or lunch or just sit and chat. And then over here we have another seating area. We have a couch and 2 chairs. This is actually our house, our villa in the background. It looks small, but it's actually the perfect size. The living area is on the top, and then the bedrooms are on the bottom. So of course it overlooks the sea. And my camera is a little bit backlit at the moment, so I'm going to show you this view again tomorrow morning, but it's already so stunning. The sun is starting to set, so you can imagine what it'll look like once the sun meets the horizon. Over here we have a barbecue area and a stone pizza oven that we could use at our convenience. And then one of my favorite things about this rental is this table right here. First of all, I just love the concept. I love this stone table. I think it's very organic and natural, and it has an incredible view. I could just imagine so many dinners at this table, and I know it would be a little bit out of place in Tennessee, but I would love to have something like this in our backyard, in our garden area for outdoor dining. I just look at that. Under our pool area, there is a second part to the villa. They only rent to 4 people at a time, so this one is currently closed since there are 4 of us. But I would imagine that that one's just as equally as nice and has beautiful views as well. There's another view of our villa from the top. And if you look over the side here, this is Alex and I's room, and we have our own little patio with a good view, and also this other seating area, which we could all sit around and have dinner, snacks, or just chat. Good morning, it's day 2. We are on our way to Sóller and Port de Sóller. I'm gonna go ahead and show a little outfit of the day. I love this cherry dress. I got this from Abercrombie. I have on my red flats, and then I also have on the little cherry earrings that I got from Amazon that I love. I'm gonna go ahead, sit down. We are headed to Sóller and then Port de Sóller, which I'm really excited about. Apparently you can take like this old-timey train from the city center to the port. I don't know if we'll do that or not. I think it's really cute. It'd be a fun idea, but we're gonna try to find a beach today. We've got our swimsuits packed to put on later. And then I also picked up this bag yesterday in Valldemossa, which I think is so cute. And honestly, you can fit so much stuff. I have my Canon G7X, disposable camera, some Euros, my sunglasses, lip products. You can fit a lot in here. I can even put my phone in there. So I love this purchase. It was literally like 30 euro. But yeah, so we're getting ready to head out and see what we can get up to today. I'm excited. I'm on the hunt for coffee and croissant this morning because we did not get up early enough yesterday to get one. So that's gonna be my main priority and my main focus for this morning. But let me show you the view now that the sun is behind me and you can actually see the sea. Okay, so here is a better view of our villa. And if you walk over to the side here, you can sort of see the sea a little bit better. This is a better view of our terrace, especially now that the sun is behind us. And this is what we see when we look over our balcony. Absolutely stunning. This house down here at the bottom apparently belongs to Michael Douglas. I believe he's an actor. That's what our Airbnb host told us anyways. And it's absolutely beautiful. And if you look over here, you just have more cliffside and sea. Honestly, it's so beautiful at sunrise and sunset.
I see that smile in those beautiful brown eyes, girl. I hear your voice, it whispers in the dark. Yeah, you make it right, yeah, girl. Everything in my life, you changed my story, yeah. You taken me so far. I'd cross the ocean for you. Dive into the deepest sea. My soul is sold out for you. I'd give you everything that you need. And give me just one chance. Baby, take my hand. My heart's in motion for you. I'd cross the ocean for you. Yeah, I heard him say that all good things fade away. I'm fighting here to make sure that's not.
Our room is a little bit chaotic, so I do apologize. It's a little bit small for the amount of stuff that we brought, but that's okay. We just got home from Sóller and Port de Sóller. Sóller is the main city, and then the Port de Sóller is where the marina is and where the beaches are. There were a ton of restaurant options down in Port de Sóller. And then there were several restaurant options in Sóller as well. So we had breakfast and coffee in Sóller and then walked around for a little bit. There was a market happening today, but I really wanted to just peruse the shops and the side streets and just really take in the charm and character and beauty of Sóller first thing in the morning. And I was a little bit disappointed because a lot of the shops were closed, probably because it was Sunday, or it is Sunday. So I'm hoping we get to go back. I don't know if we're going to have enough time in the itinerary to make it back, but it was absolutely gorgeous. And the little market in the center was so cute. There's a train that goes back and forth from Sóller to Port de Sóller, and we didn't do the train, but I think I read online it's a $20 Euro one-way ticket, but if you buy a round trip, I think it's 28 Euro. I'm not sure. I'll check my facts and put that in my guide. I always try to create a guide for every place that we travel, and so once I get that done, I'll link it below. It'll be linked by the time that you watch this, but you should see this yacht. I have to show you this yacht. This is the view outside my window. So this is what I'm looking at while you guys are looking at me, and look at that yacht. It's huge. Okay, sorry about that. Got a little bit sidetracked. We had our rental car, so we didn't have to worry about the train. If you wanted to avoid trying to find new parking, you could always take the train. I think it would be fun, and it definitely is a cute little feature to that town. But we spent a little bit of time at the beach, probably about an hour to an hour and a half, and then we went for lunch in Port de Sóller at a little place called Roma. We just got margarita pizzas, and then we made our way back home because we really want to enjoy our pool as much as we can. So that's what we're actually getting ready to go do. We're going to spend a few hours in the pool before our dinner reservation for tonight. I am going to warn you, because this is not normal for Americans to have nude beaches. Port de Sóller did have some nudity, so just factor that in as you plan your travels. Just be aware of it. Just, you know, I think that's pretty normal here in Europe. It's not necessarily normal for the United States, so if you are an American traveling to Majorca, just, you know, be aware. We are dressed and ready for dinner. We're eating at a place called Baratas. It's got amazing mountain views. And it's between Deià and Sóller, kind of like in the middle. And I'm not going to lie, the road to get up here was a little bit scary. It is a one-way road. We were just hoping the whole time that a car did not come down from the restaurant, because I don't even know what we would have done. But so far, the views look absolutely incredible and so beautiful. So I'm very excited to be here. We're going to head on in and enjoy a really nice dinner at Baratas. After watching my video clips back on my camera, I realized that those bugs outside are so incredibly loud, so I apologize for that. I hope you are even able to hear me, but I'm going to start filming in here so that you can hear me. Anyways, today is our third full day in Majorca, and it's going to be kind of a chill day. I didn't really have anything on the agenda for today except for our dinner reservation, so we're going to head into Valldemossa. That's the town that's closest to us. We've gone several times for dinner or just dessert. We went for dessert last night after that beautiful restaurant. Oh my gosh, 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10 would highly recommend. It is a little bit expensive, but I think if you're going to plan one nice dinner on the island, I personally loved it there. I know a lot of people eat at El Olivio, but I think that that one is a set menu, and me and my brother specifically are very picky eaters, and I just knew that we would not eat the tastings, so we went with Baratas, and 12 out of 10, guys. It was so incredibly beautiful. The sunset was insane. We had a dinner reservation for 8:30, and we are here at the end of June, beginning of July for time reference. So I would try to go at sunset. We got the sirloin steak. It was absolutely phenomenal. I think that they have a very good selection there. I could go on about it all day long. Anyways, today we're going to go into Valldemossa, and we are going to get breakfast at a place called Cappuccino. Very excited because I saw that they have a Nutella croissant, and I'm looking forward to a coffee this morning. You can probably see I'm very tired, but it's very worth it. And then we are going to just explore. I think we're going to try to drive towards Palma and see what kind of beaches we can hit along there. Maybe we'll just find one, maybe we'll do several. We have absolutely no plan, so we don't even know what we're going to get into. And then we'll just head back home to get ready for our dinner in Deià. I think we're going to try to get to the city, or not, it's not a city, the town of Deià, maybe an hour to an hour and a half early so that we can explore there, because we've not actually gone into Deià yet. And then go to dinner. So we have a full day ahead of us. Excited to take you along, excited to see what beach we find, and very excited about this Nutella croissant. we ended up spending several hours in Valldemossa, which we had eaten dinner there multiple times, but we had never walked down the side streets, and there was so much more to offer than just what you see when you're passing through by car. So I'm very, very glad that we did that. We walked through a beautiful garden. We ate at Cappuccino, which was honestly fantastic. That's one of the best meals I think I've had the entire trip. So good. And I just got a sandwich, so it was really, really good. And then we just shopped in the little local shops and ended up coming back to our villa, because the end of our trip, when we go to Palma and then to the east side of the island, we're going to spend pretty much our entire time going to different beaches and calas. That's what we have planned to do. So we decided to just come back and take advantage of the pool that we have here at our villa. That's exactly what we did. And now we are dressed and ready for dinner. We're going to be going to Deia for dinner. We're eating at Tramontana Grill. I could definitely be saying that wrong, but it's at the La Residencia Belmont Hotel. So we wanted to get there a little bit early so that we could explore the town of Deia. We've passed through multiple times, but we've not stopped. So I'm really looking forward to that. We've seen some cute little shops that I want to venture into, and then have dinner and come back home. We only have a couple more days on the west side of the island before we head to Palma, so we're just trying to make the most of the time that we have here. Good morning, it's day 4 in Majorca. This is our last full day on the west side of the island, and we are headed to Alcudia today, which is quite a bit north. It's going to be about an hour to an hour and 15-minute drive for us, but there is a local market that happens on Tuesdays that I really wanted to go to. And then we've also packed our swimsuits so that we can try to find a beach up there and spend the whole day. We have no dinner reservations or anything, so we can stay as long as we want, and I think it's going to be really, really fun. We are leaving the west side of the island, so before we close out the vlog, I wanted to show you a little bit of a house tour. All of my favorite details, starting with this mirror. This is our room, mine and Alex's, and we had a full-length mirror on this side of the wall, which was so nice for getting ready. But I wanted to show you the downstairs and the upstairs because I've already showed you the outside, so we'll start in here. If you look over here, we had a double door situation that led out into a little patio area. So if you just open the lock here, both doors open. That one's locked, but you can walk outside. We had 2 chairs, ocean view. And then I really loved the marble table here with the built-in bench. I would love to recreate that at home. There's so many things here that I would love to recreate at home. But this was a nice little space. We enjoyed that in the mornings and then in the afternoons to watch the sunset. And then when you came in here, come back in here, you have the bed. And then we had a closet over here. But one of my favorite parts was our window and the view from our window. I just think that is absolutely stunning, and the window opens the same exact way the doors do. Both panels open up. You could sit in the windowsill. You could open the doors in the afternoon to feel the breeze. It was really nice. When you walk out the door here, you have a hallway. This was my brother and his girlfriend's room. And then on down the hallway, we had one bathroom. We've already put our towels in the shower, but we had a shower. Another double door or double window situation. Perfect for opening the windows after a shower to let all the steam out. Very, very nice, cute. And then up the stairs, as you walk up the stairs, you have this another picture window here, which I'll show you from the top because it's also really cute. They definitely did a good job with maximizing the views in this house with windows. So we have this picture window, which you can't really see because it's not focusing at the moment. And then in here was our living room situation. This is the kitchen area with another beautiful window. And then the living room. We had a nice dining table, a couch, and then this patio, which I've already showed you guys, is probably one of my favorite parts of the house. There was a little table that we could eat out on or work out on, mountain view, and ocean view as well.